Hello everyone, welcome to Upper Public School Kalburgi. This is Jyoti, your IT teacher. Let us start with your Chapter 3, Apply Formatting Features. Chapter 3, Applying Formatting Features. So formatting features are used to beautify the text using the various effects available. So some of the formatting features are boldface, italics, underline. So there are three types of formatting: character formatting, paragraph formatting and page formatting. Character formatting focuses on the appearance of an individual character. Paragraph formatting focuses on the paragraph alignments and the line spacings, and page formatting focuses on the page layout, the page size and the page numbers, etc. Let us see the various font effects which can be applied to the text. To apply the font effects to the text, go to the Home tab and in the font group select the options available. To change the font face of a particular text, select the font face in the font group. So this is the font face. So these are the different font styles available. So I will select the line here and then apply the font face. So I will select Times New Roman. As you can see, the text style has been changed here. To change the font size of a particular text, select the text, then go for the Home tab, select the font group and select the particular font size. As you can see, the font size dialog is been displayed here, right? So click on the font size and then select the size which you want. So I have selected font size as 48. As you can see, the text. To apply boldface for a particular text, the shortcut key is Ctrl+B, or else you can select the text and you can see a dialog box is displayed here. So you can select bold option from here, or else you can go for the Home tab. So I will select the text firstly. I'll go for the Home tab and in the font group I have an option called as boldface here. So I click on the bold. So as you can see, the text is become bold now. To apply italics, the shortcut key is Ctrl+I, or else select the text, then go for the Home tab. In the font group, click on the italics. So as you can see, the text has been changed to the italics style. To underline a particular text, the shortcut key is Ctrl+U, or else select the text, then go for the font group here, then click on the underline button. So as you can see, the text has been underlined here. Then to apply a different font color, so to apply the font color, select the particular text, go for the font group. As you can see here, there is an option called as font color here. So you can select any of the color which are available here. I'll select the color red. So as you can see, the color of the text has been changed. To highlight a particular text in a document, we have an option called as text highlight color. So I'll select the text firstly, then I'll go for the font group. So here there is a option called as text highlight color. I'll click on the text highlight color, then I'll select the particular color. So I'll select the color pink. As you can see, the background of the text has been highlighted here. Apply the change keys to a particular text. The shortcut key is Shift+F3. So change keys will help us to make the text either from lowercase to uppercase, or to capitalize each word, or to use the toggle case option. To change the case of a particular text, the shortcut key is Shift+F3, or else you can select the change case option from the font group. As you can see here, so this is the change case option here. To apply sentence case for a particular text, I'll select the entire text here, then I'll go for the font group, then select the change case option and then click on the sentence case. As you can see, the text has been changed to the sentence case and the first letter is capitalized here. To apply lowercase for a particular text, select the text, then go for the font group and then select the change case and select the lowercase option. As you can see, all the text has been changed to the lowercase letters. To apply uppercase for a particular text, firstly select the text and then go for the font group and select change case, and in the change case select the option uppercase. As you can see, every single word has been capitalized. Capitalize each word, select the particular text, then go for the change case option in the font group, click on the change keys, then select capitalize each word. So as you can see, every single letter of a word has been capitalized here. Then to apply the toggle case for a particular text, select the text, then go for the font group and select the change case button and then click on the toggle case. As you can see, the text has been changed to a toggle case. Subscript and superscript. So The subscript option places the selected text slightly below the baseline, whereas the superscript option places the selected text slightly above the baseline. The shortcut to use this subscript option is Ctrl plus equals to, and the shortcut for superscript is Ctrl plus Shift plus plus. So I have written a formula here. So let me once again write a plus b whole square. So a plus b. To write this square, I will use the superscript option in the font group. So this is the superscript option here. I click on the superscript 2. As you can see, the text is slightly placed above the baseline. Then I will remove the superscript. Then I will write it as equals to a square a. Again go for the superscript option square. Then remove it. Then plus b superscript option square plus 2ab. As you can see, I have used the superscript option in the particular formula. So to write H2SO4, I will write H, then select the subscript button from the font group 2. As you can see, the text is placed below the baseline. Then remove the subscript button SO, then again the subscript button 4. As you can see, the number 4 is placed below the baseline. So this is the use of the subscript and the superscript button. To change the style of a document, go for the home tab and select the styles group. Right click on the style you want to change. So firstly I will select the paragraph here. Then in the home tab I will go for the styles group. So this is the styles group here. So select apply styles, then click on modify. This is the modify style dialog box. So you can change any of the headings here. So style for the following paragraph, I will take it as heading 16. I will change the formatting as Times New Roman. I will change the font size 18. Then I will give the color as yellow, right? Or else I will change the color as red. Then click on OK. As you can see, the entire paragraphs are being changed to the particular style. So you can also change the style by selecting the entire text. Then click on here. Then selecting any of the styles available here. So this is how you will modify a style of a text. To clear the style which is being applied to both the paragraphs, go for the styles group, then click on the drop down arrow, then click on clear formatting. As you can see, the style has been changed to again a different one. Text alignment. Text alignment refers to the positioning of text between the margins of a page. So in the text alignment, we have two types of text alignment: horizontal text alignment and vertical text alignment. Horizontal text alignment in turn has four types: left alignment, right alignment, center and justify. Horizontal alignment aligns the text with respect to the left and the right margins. The horizontal alignment, so firstly I will select a paragraph here. Then in the home tab we have a paragraph group: align text left, align text center, then align text right and justify. So these are the four different options available. So I will firstly align the text to left. As you can see, the entire paragraph is aligned to the left. To align a particular text to the center, select the text first. Then in the home tab, in the paragraph group, select center. So the center option is mostly applied for the titles. So as you can see, the text is being moved to the center of the document. Now to align a paragraph to the right, select the paragraph, then go for the home tab and in the paragraph group select the align text right option. So as you can see, the text is being moved to the right. Then to align the text to justify, click on the justify. So as you can see, the text has been changed to the justify alignment. So vertical alignment aligns the text with respect to the top and the bottom margins. So let us see how to apply the vertical alignment. So I will select the text first. Then in the page layout tab, click on the page setup group. So in the page setup group, click on the drop down arrow here. Then select the layout option. Then as you can see here, there is an option called as vertical alignment. In the vertical alignment, you can select either top, center, justified or bottom. I'll select it as top. Then I click on the selected text here. Then borders, I'll apply the borders. Then click on OK. As you can see, the text has been vertically aligned and the border is applied to a particular paragraph. spacing. So let us see how to apply the line spacing to a particular paragraph. So I'll select the paragraph here. Then in the home tab, in the paragraph group, select the line spacing option here. So click on the line spacing option. You can give any of the values here. So at presently the line spacing is 1 point. I'll take it as 2 points. As you can see, the line spacing has been changed to 2 points here, right? Then if you want to change again, go for the line spacing options. Then here we have an option called as spacing. So you can give any of the values here, before and after values. Then we have line spacing here. So here we have the values as single, 1.5 lines, double, at least, exactly, and multiple. I'll take it as single. You can choose any of the options available here. I'll take it as single. I click on OK. As you can see, the line spacing has been changed to a particular paragraph. To add border to a paragraph or text, firstly go to the home tab. Then click on the down arrow next to the borders tool in the paragraph group. Then choose borders and shade. Let us see how to apply border to a particular paragraph. So I'll select both the paragraphs here. Then on the home tab in the paragraph group, in the borders tool, I click on here. I'll select borders and shading. So this is the borders and shading dialog box here. So here in the borders option, I'll select it as box. Then I'll select the style of the border. So I'll select it as this style. Then I'll change the color to red. Then you can also change the width of the border. So I'll select it as 3/4 point. Then apply to paragraph. Then click on OK. As you can see, the border is being applied to both the paragraphs. To apply shading to a particular paragraph, firstly select the paragraph. Then in the home tab in the paragraph group, select the borders and shading option. So in the borders and shading, select the option shading. Then you can select whichever color you want. I'll select it as brown. Then you can apply any of the style here. Then you can apply it to paragraph. Then click on OK. So as you can see, the shading is applied to the entire paragraph. Bullet sign numbering. A bullet is a small graphic symbol which is used to set off an item in a list. So to apply bullets and numbering, click on the bullets or numbering drop down button on the home tab in the paragraph group. So here is a paragraph here. I'll select all the points here. Then in the home tab in the paragraph group, select the bullets button. So click on the bullets button here. Then select whichever bullet you want. I have selected the arrow mark. As you can see, the bullet has been assigned to the points here. Then to define a new bullet, go for the bullets button here. Then click on define new bullet. So you can select whichever option you want. I'll select it as picture here. I'll select the picture and click on OK. As you can see in the preview, the bullet has been changed from arrow mark to the picture, and then click on OK. Change the color for bullet. Select the text firstly. Then in the home tab in the paragraph group, select the bullets option. Then click on define new bullet. Then go for the font option. In the font option, select whichever font you want. Then the font style, I'll select it as bold. Then the size, I'll select it as 20. Then apply the color. So I'll select it as red here. Then click on OK. As you can see in the preview, the bullet color has been changed. I click on OK. So you can see here the bullet color has been changed here. Then to apply the numbering for the points here, select the text. Then go for the home tab. In the paragraph group, we have the numbering format here. So click on the numbering. Select whichever numbering you want. I have selected as 1, 2, 3. As you can see, the numbering has been assigned to the points here. So you can also define a new numbering format here. So click on the numbering here. Then click on define new number format. So select whichever numbering you want. You can also change the color of the numbering. Go for font. So change the font color here. I'll make it as black here. Then click on OK. So as you can see, the color of the number has been changed. Insert header, footer and page number. So header and footer are the little identifiers that run across the top and bottom of the document respectively. So to insert header and footer, go for the insert tab. In the header and footer group, select the header. You can select whichever header format you want. I have selected as alphabet. Now you can type the title here. So title of the header will be, I'll write it as word processor. So As you can see, the header is displayed in the light color. To apply the footer to a document, go for the Insert tab, then click on the footer option in the header and footer group. I click on the footer. I'll select whichever format I want. I'll select the first one. So you can type the text here. I'll type the text as Upper Public School Kalaburgi, Upper Public School. So I have written the name of the school here. So as you can see, the footer is displayed at the bottom of the document and it will shown in the light color. To insert the page number, go for the Insert tab. In the header and footer group, select the page number option. You can either select the page number to be displayed on top of the page or bottom of the page. I'll select it as bottom of page, then I'll select it as plain number 3. As you can see, the page number is displayed at the bottom here. Inserting images in a document. To insert images in a document, click on the Insert tab and select the picture option in the illustrations group, or else select the clip art option. So in the Insert tab, in the illustrations group, select the picture option and then select the picture where you have saved. I'll go for the pictures here. Then there's a picture here. I'll select the picture. Then I'll click on Insert. As you can see, the picture is inserted in the. You can also apply various formatting available for the picture here. So select the picture firstly, then go for the format option. Then you can apply whichever picture styles you want. So I have selected this style here. As you can see, the style of the picture is changed. So you can also change the shape of the picture here. So I'll select it as rectangle. So as you can see, the shape of the picture is changed. So you can also apply picture border here. So as you can see, the color of the border has been changed to red color. You can also apply picture effects available here. So click on the picture effects, select reflection, select picture you want. So as you can see, the reflection is displayed here. So you can also position the picture either with the inline with text or with the text wrapping. Second method to insert images is click on the Insert tab and select the clip art option in the illustrations group. So in the Insert tab, go for the clip art option in the illustrations group. So click on clip art. As you can see, the clip art has been displayed here. So you can search for any of the images. I'll search for image of a flower. I click on go. So as you can see, the images is being displayed here. I'll select one picture here. So now as you can see, the picture is being inserted with the help of the clip art in the document. Clip art dialog box gives you certain options here, like search for which image. I have written it as flower. Search in the collections. So here click on the drop down arrow. So you can select my collections, office collections or web collections, or you can select everywhere. I'll click on everywhere, then click on go. As you can see, the results are displayed here. So you can select whichever picture you want and then insert into the document. So I'll select this one.